Anshita.
Happy Dashara, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Happy Dashera to all.
Happy Dashara, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. For the shloka today,
14. 4:27:14.
14 Prabhuji.
Gandharvyastadrishir asya
Gandharvastadishirasya
Maitunyascha sita shitaha
Maitunya achasita sita
Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya vilumpanti
Sarvakama vinirmitam
Sarvakama nimitam
Gandharvyastadrishir asya
Gandharvastadishirasya
Maitunyascha sita sitaha
Maitunya achasita sita
Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya
Parivritya
vilumpanti
vilumpanti
Sarvakama vinirmitam
Sarvakama
sarvakama vinirmitam
Gandharvyastadrishir asya
Gandharvastadishirasya
Maitunyascha shita shitaha
Netunyascha sita sitaha
Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya
Parivritya
vilumpanti
vilumpanti
Sarvakama vinirmitam
sarvakama
Sarvakama
vinirmitam
vinimitam
Sarvvyastadrishir asya
Gandharvastadishirasya
Maitunyascha sita sitaha
Netunyascha sita
Maitunyasya sita
Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya
Parivritya
vilumpanti
Kama
vilumpanti
vinirmitam
sarvakama
Mitam
vinirmitam
Sarvyaschadrishir asya
Gandharvyastadrishya
Sarvastadishirasya
Gandharvyatadrishir asya
Gandharvyastadrishya
Gandharvastadishirasya
Maitunyascha sita sitaha
Maitunya
Netunyascha
sita
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 Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya
Parivritya
vilumpanti
vilumpanti
Kama vinirmitam
Sarvakama
sarvakama
vinirmitam
vinirmitam
Gandharvyastadrishir asya
Gandharvyastadrishya
Maitunyascha sita sitaha
Netunyascha sita sita
Parivritya vilumpanti
Parivritya
Parivritya
vilumpanti
vilumpanti
Sarvakama vinirmitam
Sarvakama
sarvakama vinirmitam
vinirmitam
मैथुन्यश्च सितासितः परिवृत्या विलुम्पन्ति सर्वकामा विनिर्मिताम् गन्धर्वस्य तदश्रियस्य तादृशेरस्य मैथुन्यस्य सितासितः परिवृत्या विलुम्पन्ति सर्वकामा विनिर्मिताम् गन्धर्वस्य तादृशेरस्य मैथुन्यस्य सितासितः परिवृत्या विलुम्पन्ति सर्वकामा विनिर्मिताम् गन्धर्वस्यादृशेरस्य मैथुन्यस्य सितासितः परिवृत्या विलुम्पन्ति सर्वकामा विनिर्मिताम्
Gandharvyaha,
Gandharvyaha,
Gandharvis,
Gandharvis,
Tadrishihi, similarly, Asya, of the Chandavega,
of Chandavega,
Maithunyaha,
Maithunyaha,
companions for sexual intercourse,
companions for sexual intercourse,
Cha,
Cha,
also,
also,
Sita,
Sita,
white,
white,
Asitaha,
Asitaha,
black,
black,
Parivritya,
Parivritya,
by surrounding,
by surrounding,
Vilumpanti,
Vilumpanti,
they plundered,
they plundered,
Sarvakama,
Sarvakama,
all kind of desirable objects,
all kinds of desirable objects,
Vinirmitam,
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 Vinirmitam.
manufactured. Along with the Chanda Vega, there are many female Gandharvas as they were soldiers, and all of them repeatedly plundered all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment. Along with the Chanda Vega,
Along with Chandavega,
there are many
Chandavega.
female Gandharvis
whereas many
There are
female
many
Many
Gandharvas,
female
female
as
Gandharvis,
Gandharvas.
soldiers,
as they were
as
soldiers,
they
and
were
all of
soldiers,
them
and all of
and
them
all of
They were
them
repeatedly
soldiers.
repeatedly
plundered
plundered
all
Plundered
the
all the
paraphernalia
all
all
the
paraphernalia
the
for sense
paraphernalia
paraphernalia
enjoyment.
for
for
the sense
sense
enjoyment.
enjoyment.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by Srivangi Sesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The days have been compared to the soldiers of Chandavega. Night is generally a time for sex enjoyment. Days are considered to be white and nights are considered to be black. Or, from another point of view, there are two kinds of nights, black nights and white nights. All these days and nights combine to pass away our span of life and everything we manufacture for sense gratification. Material activity means manufacturing things for sense gratification. Scientists are conducting research to find out how we can satisfy our senses more and more elaborately. In this Kali Yuga, the demonic mentality is employed in manufacturing various machines to facilitate the process of sense gratification. There are so many machines for ordinary household activities. There are machines for washing dishes, cleansing the floor, shaving, clipping hair. Today, everything is done by machine. All these facilities for sense gratification are described in this verse as Sarva Kama Vinirmitam. The time factor, however, is so strong that not only is our span of life being expended, but all the machines and facilities for sense gratification are deteriorating. Therefore, in this verse, the word vilumpanti, plundering, is used. Everything is being plundered from the very beginning of our lives. This plundering of our possessions and lifespan begins with the day of our birth. One day, one day will come when death will finish everything, and the living entity will have to enter another body to begin another chapter of life and again begin the cycle of material sense gratification. Prahlad Maharaj described this process as Punah Punah Charvita Charvanana. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.30. Materialistic life means chewing the chewed again and again. The central point of material life is sense gratification. In different types of bodies, the living entity enjoys various senses, and through creating various types of activities, facilities, he chews the chews. Whether we squeeze sugar out of the sugarcane with our teeth or a machine, the result is the same, sugarcane juice. We may discover many ways to squeeze the juice out of the sugarcane, but the result is the same. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gandharva syad rishir asya Machonyascha sita sitaha Parivritya vilumpanti Seva kama vinirmitam. Along the Chandavega, there are many female Gandharvas as well as many soldiers, and all of them repeatedly plundered all the paraphernalia for sense enjoyment. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada says the word in this shloka most important is Sarva Kama Vinirmitam. So Prabhupada in the whole essence is what is called, is it audible there? Is it audible? Okay. Plain living and high thinking. In fact, when we write simple living and high thinking, it is different. Plain living and high thinking is different. Plain means really. People don't like to hear that word. Plain living and high thinking. It's a very difficult subject matter to understand for society, because society has got so used to it now. And you see what Prabhupada is doing. Around the world, he is making big farm communities. Not that plain living and high thinking Prabhupada which he recommended, but only some utopian idea. Because future is that only. Audible? We can put one carpet there. Because future is that only. Plain living and high thinking. See, anything artificial cannot be sustained. How do you say artificial? You just look at the animals, what they are actually doing. Nature is providing them resources. And they are very confident of the arrangement of the Lord. Okay? They are very confident of the arrangement of the Lord. Yes. Just like you are at home. You come home from college. Your mother has kept food for you. There is no anxiety what I have to do. It has been arranged. You just have to open the box, little effort is there, and you have to eat. Arrangement is already there. In fact, we think we are very intelligent, but animals are more intelligent than us. Because they believe in the arrangement of the Lord. You have to eat something, some fruits are there, it's already arranged by the Lord. But we are such fools, we think we will make arrangement for our enjoyment. So, therefore Prabhupada used to joke. There was this, in the church in the morning there is a prayer, God give us our daily bread. So some communist people wanted to convert these people into atheists. Communism is more or less atheism. God is the opium of the masses. So they used to stand outside church with a truckload of bread. So what did you pray? No, we prayed, God give us our daily bread. Did you get bread? No, we didn't get. Why don't you ask us? Oh, they said, oh, communist friends, give us our daily bread. So they said, how much you want? Everybody they gave 2, 3. The people became atheists. Prabhupada said they didn't have intelligence to ask a question. You rascal, in Prabhupada's words, where did you get this bread? Did you manufacture in the factory? Okay, I manufactured in the factory. But where you got the grain? To this day, scientists have not produced food actually. They have not produced. You think the basic enjoyment of life is eating, sex. Do the scientists produce this? No. It's all arranged by the Lord. We think we are making arrangement. That is the problem. You cannot make any arrangement. It's already arranged by the Lord. You can just supply it in another way. So animals have confidence in the arrangement of the Lord. I have to sleep, enough land is there, I can sleep. I have to eat, just little effort is there, I have to go to the top of the tree, enough fruits are there, I'll eat. Or every living entity, there is no 5-year plan, 10-year plan, there is no insurance, there is no bank balance. They are all eating every day by the arrangement of the Lord. In fact, Prabhupada used to laugh. If God can maintain unlimited living entities, why will not maintain you? Is it very difficult for him to maintain you? Today the whole anxiety is, how will I be maintained? Now let us go to something, to Shukadeva Goswami's life, totally contrast. This is, go to Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 2nd chapter. Okay, just you see the joke. This is the limit of vairagya. I don't know how many of you have read this. She Shuka. So Shukadeva Goswami is speaking these words, okay? And now let us go to next. For this reason, the enlightened person should endeavor only for the minimum necessities of life in the world of name, this world. He should be intelligently fixed and never endeavor for unwanted things, being competent to perceive practically that all such endeavors are merely hard labor for nothing. Okay, we can read there. Enough explanation is there. We can write a book on this topic. Plain living, high thinking. You can write a book. Where there are ample earthly flats to lie on, what is the necessity of cots and beds? जमीन तो बहुत सारे जानवर थोड़ी लगे हैं बिस्तर बनाने में, जाए लेट जाते हैं। आपके कुत्ते क्या करते हैं रात को? बिस्तर बना के लेट रहे हैं, कहीं जाके लेट जाते हैं मजे से। और हमारी गाय क्या कर रही है? कुछ बिस्तर बना रही है, भगवान ने दिया है, बहुत है, खुश है, संतुष्ट है। One can use his arms without the necessity of pillow. You know, we had this situation. We had the devotees coming and staying with us. How many? Around 50, 60 people stayed in that small place. Some of them, not all of them. So, वो पिलो मिलेगा क्या? क्या हाथ दिया ना भगवान, लगाओ ना नीचे. See, who is speaking this? Shukadeva Goswami. He can speak this because वो तो कपड़े भी नहीं पहना पूरा जिंदगी. He can speak. We cannot speak because we are really hypocrite. हम तो सारे comforts के साथ जी रहे हैं, है ना? हर दिन एक एक comfort बढ़ाते हैं, ठीक है? Buddies, palms. What is the necessity? When one can use the palms of hand, what is the necessity? Variety of utensils, है ना? But that's what he used to do. He used to go to somebody's house when they are milking the cows. People used to have cows. आजकल तो cows you get only in a very rare. But it used to be full of cows. And everybody used to have 1 dozen, 2 dozen cows. So milk is there. He'll go to somebody's house and Bhagavatam writes, fortunate householder. He will go and say, can I get some milk? He can. The people will happy to see a saint will give charity. He'll hold his palms and drink. And maybe 1, 2, 3 times he drinks and that's it. That's it. Actually milk is complete food. You know? Everything is there. And he is free for the day. Khana ho gaya. Kapde ka to time nahi hai. And just imagine. The plate. पता ना खाना सब लोग plate है क्या? Plate है ना? सब लोग plate चाहिए है ना? हाथ है ना? डालो. When there is ample covering of the skins of the tree, was it a necessity of clothing? Barks of the tree can be made into clothing. What is the need of this kapde banane wala? This is the height. Now I'm just saying to try don't to imitate that, but understand another extreme. Because Shukdev Goswami was born and he showed another extreme. Are there no torn clothes lying on the common road? Do the trees which exist for maintaining others no longer give साम से पेड़ में क्या फल लगने बंद हो गए क्या? Do the rivers being dried up no longer supply water to the thirsty? क्या नदी नहीं चल रही क्या? उठाओ पी लो. Are the caves of mountains now closed? और रहने का क्या है? बड़े बड़े गुफाएं जाके सो जाओ उधर. And actually, if those who have gone to the cave, you'll know it is very cool inside the cave. बहुत ठंडा होता है cave में. ठीक है? Or above all, does the Almighty Lord not protect the fully surrendered soul? क्या भगवान ने अपने भक्तों को पालना बंद कर दिया क्या? Then why then should the learned sages go to flatter those who are intoxicated by hard-earned wealth? साधु लोग करते क्या है? To go to rich people and flatter them. अरे तो बहुत अच्छे हो, सब बहुत क्या है? थोड़ा दक्षिणा दो. ये क्यों कर रहे हो? Because we become dependent, we do not know. We are actually totally dependent on the wish of the Lord. We can live. So this is, height of renunciation. Complete height. Total independence. Thus being fixed, one must surrender service unto super soul situated one's heart by omnipotency. Because he is the Almighty Personality God, eternal and unlimited, is the ultimate goal of life. And by worshipping Him, one can end the cause of conditional state of existence. See, the point is, the bottom line should be this. Anything can happen in the world today. We are living in an artificial civilization. During COVID time, I knew one of my friends who has a farm community. He was so peaceful. Here, because during COVID, क्या हुआ था? खाने को लोग तरस रहे थे, बाहर जाके खाना कैसे लाएंगे? Correct? Markets are closed, trucks are closed. There's a great anxiety. Take little more wars. Any time, God forbid, civil war can start in India itself. Correct? Any time. All the artificial, what you're thinking is standard. Who thought that Ukraine this will happen? Nobody thought. Who thought Iraq, Iran or Afghanistan this will happen? Nobody. Anything, karmas. No, things will only happen and Papa karmas, enough Papa karmas are happening. Even in India, so many cows are being slaughtered. India is one of the biggest exporter of beef in the world today. They say, no, not cows, we slaughter buffalo, but you are slaughtering. There is sin for that. Enough Papa karma is being accumulated. So reaction can come anytime. Right? And then reaction comes that is so painful. And in this difficult situation, Prabhupada himself predicted, very soon the civilization will collapse. Shri Radha Govinda ki. See, anything artificial will not last long. What Shukdev Goswami is speaking, Shri Radha Govinda ki, what Shukdev Goswami is speaking actually is the highest vairagya. But at the bottom line, our heart should be peaceful because this much will be available. But we become dependent on the facilities which are artificially there today. no guarantee it will last even during our lifetime. No guarantee. So during COVID time, when trucks can't move, workers are not there, you cannot even go outside for food, the most peaceful people in ISKCON were the temples which had farm communities. They're very peaceful. Because they are totally independent of the whole world. You can lock your farm community, everything is there inside. You have food, you have cows, you have, what else do you need? In fact, therefore, Prabhupada right from beginning, imagine even in America, even in Australia, even in Europe, Prabhupada started making farm communities. And he said, be ready, you should even have weapons because the civilization will not last long, it will collapse. And when it collapses due to so many reasons, the petrol gets finished, so many things. And what do? When civilization collapses, then what do? He says you should even have to keep arms because the self-sufficient communities, people will have no food, people will have no protection, people will run. Just like so many, when country collapses, what happened? It's just bits of gangs roaming here and there, correct? Or looting. That will happen. So have your farm community nightly fenced, have your farm community even arms to protect your little arms, whatever you need. Not an army, but you may need some protection also. And this will sustain for millions of years. In fact, if you see, this world was sustained for millions of years before so-called Industrial Revolution. And today, within 300 years of Industrial Revolution, we know now Earth has started heating up. What is the cause? Because it is so complicated. We hardly know how we should use something, correct? Just like laptop is there now. If I sit on this laptop, this will break. I have to use it in a particular way. So God has already determined that your necessities of life I am providing what is needed. But you should have faith in the arrangements of the Lord. But no, we will not do that. We do not do that. So we have created, therefore, such industrial civilization which we have created. In fact, Srila Prabhupada was living in Vrindavan. Vrindavan means plain living and high thinking, correct? Very simple life, living in, if you see the Prabhupada room in Radha Damodar temple, small room. And you see his kitchen, even more smaller. Correct? You have seen the house of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, very simple house. You cannot believe. Have you seen Gambhira, where Lord Chaitanya stayed? Can't imagine that is such a small place. I thought Gambhira must be like a palace. Such a small place. And there is so much discussion about Gambhira in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. We think, oh wow. You have seen the room where Bhaktivinoda Thakur was chanting. इतना छोटा है कि उसमें एक चेयर भी लेके just बैठ सकते हैं, 170 chant. So we are thinking that happiness comes, by big arrangements. I remember we had a festival in Bangalore when I was just joined the temple. So there was a big festival. So I was telling, we just visited Mayapur. I said, how nice it must be in Mayapur, this festival, because we are only few people here. He said, no, actually it's a consciousness which makes a festival, correct? It's the whole consciousness. When Lord Chaitanya is entering Jagannatha temple, it's not 1 million people are standing, therefore he is fainting. No, he is going to highest of ecstasy because of his advanced consciousness. So, if my consciousness is advanced, I can be very, very happy by that. So what the shloka is saying, that if I am absorbed in the material facilities, then my whole time and energy goes there. See, collectively just look at the civilization. All energy of the civilization is in creating more and more amenities for sense gratification. So much so, if your university doesn't have research, uska registration भी cancel हो जाएगा. Research. What they are researching? More ways for sense enjoyment. लेके हैं जैसे टाइम कैसे बर्बाद करें. एक आदमी होता है, सुबह उठता है, सोते है, हाउ डू यूटिलाइज टुडेज टाइम एंड आई सर्व कृष्णा, करेक्ट? दूसरा सोचता है उसको कृष्णा तो है ही नहीं, समय नहीं कटना यार, कट रहा समय नहीं, आजा थोड़ा पार्टी करते हैं, आजा थोड़ा दारू पीते हैं. People are thinking more and more ways of wasting time. So ये रिसर्च इसलिए हो रही है, समय कैसा बर्बाद करें. पूरे सिविलाइजेशन इज एंगेज, हाउ डू आई वेस्ट टाइम, उसके लिए बहुत रिसर्च चल रहा है. Research is happening to create more and more machines for sense enjoyment. But in the process of that, they are forgetting that actually animals are more intelligent because Prabhupada says, no, yesterday also discussed it, the sugar cane. How do the people previously had sugar cane? They take a stick and they will be chewing. Now they have sugar cane machine, correct? Can you say you're enjoying more? You're not enjoying more. Sugar cane is sugar cane only. That will not change. But we think we are enjoying more because of this. Like many people, they sleep on the floor. And some people sleep on foam bed. You think you are enjoying more? That is a joke. Animals are sleeping on the ground. They are enjoying sleep more than you. You cannot say I am enjoying more than them. No. So instead of focusing on advancing of Krishna consciousness, instead of focusing on purifying my Krishna consciousness, a civilization as a whole get lost in the complexities of material nature. See, material nature is such. If you try to go exploit it more and more, it will make your life more and more complicated. Like we gave that example many times. You want to go from here to say Bangalore. So it is 15 days trek. On the way you will get beautiful ghat section. Now they made a drone, and from the train you can see the ghat section. But actually if you go, you can enjoy more. You are on the ground walking. I was seeing, big presidents when the China G, whatever something his name is, he held the meeting recently, SEO meeting. All the presidents, they are all walking. They like to do. Everybody loves natural activity. All so-called big leaders are walking sometimes. They enjoy that. They enjoy. Even everybody does. They make garden, they make flowers so people can walk. Actually, everybody knows my happiness, satisfaction is with nature. People like to have, if they have money in the city, they will like to outside the city in a next to a waterfall, next to a river, or next to a beach. They'll make a house and live a simple life there. So actually what will be sustained will be only plain living, high thinking. That only thing that will be sustained in the long run. That is the only thing will sustain. Rest of the things will go. So we should have, in the present situation, we should think, the sadhus generally had a mentality, we will not touch this world because plain living and high thinking. But then Goswamis brought a concept of yukta vairagya. What is the shlokas? 2 shlokas for yukta vairagya. Yuktam vairagya muchyate. Yes, anybody knows the shloka? Yes, Nirmanda.
Nirbandha Krishna Sambandhe Yukta Vairagya Muchyate.
And then, dusra, Falgu vairagya. Prapanchikataya. Anybody knows the shlokas? Prapanchikataya buddhya.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रापंचिकतया बुद्ध्या हरि संबंधी वस्तुनां मुमुक्षुभिः परित्यागो वैराग्यम फाल्गु कथ्यते.
ठीक है. So hari sambandha vastunaha, something can be used. Anyway, these people have made these things. Can I use it? See why they made. They made for sense enjoyment. Now why the laptops are being made? Nobody is making laptops so that we can discuss Bhagavad Gita. They are making laptops for sense enjoyment. Hari sambandha vastunaha, it can be used for Krishna service, you don't use, that is Phalgu Vairagya. And something can be used, you use, that is Yukta Vairagya. So generally in the society this is not known. When Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada had a car, the sadhus got a shock. That is 125 years ago, 1900 when the cars came, And Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada had a car. He used to travel in the car to meet big. He had disciples. Many kings in India were his disciples. The children were his disciples. He used to meet the governor of also of England. He used meeting people. Preaching means you have to use the facilities. Yukta Vairagya, use this facility. But then, how is it? How do you know? See, suppose that car is not there today. Are you ready to walk? Then we know it is Yukta Vairagya or it is attachment Vairagya. Or there is, see, everybody in the name of Yukta Vairagya will use everything in this world. But there should be a sense of detachment. Like Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he came to know Krishna's left, he just walked away. He was not attached to, he didn't say, where is my chariot? He didn't say, where are my comforts? No, he is not attached. You know? So we need to have the sincerity of purpose that I may be using. In fact, Prabhupada says very interestingly, if everybody chants Hare Krishna mantra, and everybody reads Bhagavatam every day, and engage in pure devotion service, Krishna can maintain even this Ugrakarma civilization. As such, it is not maintainable. True? As such, it is not maintainable. The civilization is going for a destruction. But in case we start using this world, the facilities we have so many facilities today. You see, when printing started, Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw the printing, he was delighted. Oh, we should have a printing press itself. Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada put up a printing press itself. He was publishing daily newspaper. So we are not against material. Mayavadi is what happens. They are against these facilities. Therefore, we see Mayavadis walking naked like Rishabhadeva or like Shukdev Goswami. They do that. They don't use any facilities. No, devotees are therefore more in the mood of when Prabhupada launching the worldwide mission, he made things very comfortable. He said it will not be, because his focus was something else. Somehow people should hear the name of Krishna. Somehow they should chant the name of Krishna. His focus was there. Sarva vidhi nishedashu. What is the ye kinkaraha? What is the Rupa Goswami's formula? Somehow, yena kena. Yes, who knows the shloka? Yena kena upayena. Mana Krishna nisheva. Yeah, nobody knows the shloka. Yena kena. Somehow or another, let us fix the mind on Krishna. And all of the rules and regulations will become the sarva. It's a beautiful shloka. So Prabhupada was implementing this. Even his God brothers could not appreciate what is he doing. Because he was seeing the facilities, he is seeing these things are available. Let us use for Krishna's satisfaction. Okay? But there has to be a sense of detachment when we are doing it. Not that we become dependent on these facilities. No. If it is not there, okay, I am fine, I am still happy. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur start printing press. Just imagine printing press. Many people do not understand that. In fact, many people, the general public, when you come to ISKCON temple, they can't appreciate. I remember I was in one engineering college. Those are the days mobile had just come. And I had one mobile. So I was having my food and some students came to chat with me. Sir, we understand you are spiritual. We can't understand you having a mobile. It was a luxury those days. Not everybody used to have. I said, how do I then communicate? I am stuck in the college here. How do I give information? But it was such a situation. So anything which has come in this world can be spiritualized if it is used for the service of the Lord. In fact, Krishna is doing something very mysterious. See, 500 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes a prediction, Prithvi che yothoache nogaradi gram sarata pracharava moranam. People could not even accept that Prithvi meant India. They thought only Bengal is possible. Because there are 500 years ago, there is no means of transportation available. Traveling means walking, correct? Or horse. Sadhus generally will walk only. There is nothing else available. Horses also everybody didn't have. Kings used to have. So, that's all it was. So it is said that every nook and corner of the world we have to spread Krishna consciousness. People thought maybe he is talking about Bengal. That was also big for him. Bengal must be, maybe Bengal. And you see, Krishna arranged, ships came, flights came. In fact, the devotee, somebody said, Prabhupada, that Swami, Mayavadi Swami says, why ISKCON people are using so many facilities? Prabhupada said, let them walk so that I can quickly go and finish up everything before the idiot comes with this foolish philosophy. Immediately I can go before that idiot comes somewhere and gives you some that, Ghatpatiya Nyaya. Mayavada is also called Ghatapatiya Nyaya. Katakaj Pataka. So, we want to quickly spread Krishna. So, who knew at that moment there will be nice ships which can travel, there will be aircraft, there will be cars. Actually, Lord Chaitanya is doing two things. One side is allowing the karmis to invent these facilities for sense enjoyment. So, they are doing our work. Other side is making devotees use this work. Prabhupada called this, what is it called? The logic of the snake. What is it called? Ajagar vritti. Ajagar vritti. Ajagar vritti means a rat makes a hole and he stays there. Then what? Snakes comes, eats a rat and he sleeps there. So similarly, these karmis are making so many machines for sense enjoyment. But will come there, use all of them for Krishna's pleasure. They are actually making for us. They made mobiles, they made internet, we are doing online course. Now do you think they made this for us? No. They made it for their all sense enjoyment, we are using it now. Printing machines are there. In fact, all the books can be printed, we did that. And now books are already online, correct? Who did that? So it is faster. And we should not hesitate. Sometimes people come to classical, where teaching should be, when it is not there, classical teaching, no. We should not use all these facilities. Why not use? Many people, even to this day, I don't know, some of you came with us, we went to various temples. Even, when we had this meeting of South Indian leaders, actually they were surprised. They said, they are all learning online only. Yes, they are learning. And they said, we didn't get this kind of reception anywhere. Even sannyasis don't get it. They were having reception at the airport, they are having reception there, and devotees are making, and these are devotees cooking, devotees serving, and these were made devotees online only. Online people become devotees. You are telling online we can transfer only information, correct? When a facility is there, why you are hesitating to use it, correct? Why you are hesitating? That is Falgu Vairagya. Hari Sambandhi Vastunaha. Something can be connected and used for Krishna service. Why do you hesitate? Use it. So one side is, definitely plain living and high thing is there, but when something is available which can be used for Krishna's pleasure, use it. But don't be dependent on it. Okay? Now, just like I remember, I went to one college, to the class, and then the projector was not working. So the principal said, I'm sorry today, the facility is not, can you take class directly? I was feeling hesitant, how will I teach directly? Because we have become so dependent on projector. Then I was thinking, what projector Madhvacharya had? What projector Srila Prabhupada had? When he was taking class for young, did he had a projector? No. He was directly speaking, correct? He had a projector, nahi tha. He had one book on his table, heavy book. Students will be listening, that's all. So we should not become dependent. I was feeling, can I take a class without the book? We become dependent, don't become dependent. So we should be, what we are doing is we are sharing Krishna consciousness, and that begins from our own heart. If you are practicing Krishna consciousness, yes, then we will be able to share. So let us not depend on this facility. And Chanda Vega, coming back to where we were, time is flying very fast. Vega means moving, correct? Chanda, like Chandi. Very fiercely, time is moving. Do not waste time. Okay? Do not waste time. Do not hesitate to use anything for service to Krishna. But as such, a devotee should be very happy in plain living and high thinking. He should be very happy in a simple life. Not that, there is some kind of a satisfaction. Like a lot of people like shopping. Shopping season hai. Abhi shopping season chal raha na, sab kuch sasta hai. There is some people, they have understood this. There is some kind of a satisfaction. Shanta rasa probably. When you have some, new car. You already have 20 cars, one more. Just some kind of satisfaction. And that gets over the moment you sit inside in the car, correct? Close, I have 100 set, one more new set, correct? They say people love shopping. ये सब कुछ नहीं है तो वही उसी लेवल में आदमी जीता है, पर मजा आता है पैक करके नए नए आइटम लाते हैं वो, and after some time they become sick. It's a waste. So much is wasted because of that. So no, not all this kind of satisfaction. Our mind is fixed. I want to serve Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada says very nicely, plain living, high thinking. He said for ourselves we should be happy by a simple life, for ourselves. But for Krishna, more than first class. For Krishna, more than first class. Give the best of the arrangements for Krishna's pleasure. For ourselves, simple life. So the Vedic setup was in the center of the city, really a huge temple. Who makes? The king makes. From where the king makes? From taxes. So people money only is putting, and nobody is to protest. People are very happy. There is a beautiful temple in the center of the city, and people will go there, have nice darshan, have nice sankirtan there. They will attend the lectures there. That's their life. True? And they are living in small, simple accommodations. Correct? But that's what people were meeting. But today, the center of the city is Mangaluru city center is actually a mall. And what is there? Amenities for sensitive. Nobody is going there. In fact, I used to think when my temple is fully ready, practically any shop I can enter, I will empty it out. I will have so many things I will need from every shop. Correct? It will come on stage. When Krishna conscious, there are some reasons when those reasons are removed, then again Krishna conscious start exploding. We had the explosion, the days of explosion, where you used to search people for teaching. Hey, can you teach? Can you teach? Like Srila Prabhupada used to have in his time. If somebody knows Mangalarti, Mangalarti? Yes, Prabhupada. We can start a new temple. That was the qualification of starting a new temple. So fast explosion was running. So like that, we should pray to Krishna because Krishna conscious movement is for explosion. It is not for growth, it is not for steadiness. Okay? But true, it's good to maintain, it is good, it is better to start expanding, it is best to explore. And if you become instrument in the hand of Srila Prabhupada, purity is the force, things start exploding there. And then the resources become secondary, secondary. You don't even focus on it, but your whole focus becomes how we can reach more and more people and present them Krishna consciousness. So the facilities and arrangement may be there, but if there is no purity, we will not be effective. Correct? The facility and arrangement will make us more. Just like Srila Prabhupada is full of Krishna consciousness. He is using dictaphone. Now how many acharyas presently, he is not hesitating at all. In fact, the devotee saw Prabhupada whole night typing in his typewriter, single finger typing, tuck, 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 tuck. Whole night he used to type his books. There are Bhagavad Gita, which is one of the books written by Prabhupada at various stages. Some chapters are typed by his hand. Some chapters are like that. Some chapters are dictaphone. Dictaphone. He is just recording on dictaphone. They brought. And they thought Prabhupada will take time. He figured out in 1 minute how it works. And Shaka he was using. And it speeded Prabhupada up like anything. Because, it takes a lot of time to type. He's recording. And morning that disciple will sit and transcribe the whole thing. Any clarification go to him. So everything became faster. So he's not hesitating use. He can use anything. But at the same time, when Srila Prabhupada is leaving the world, it's such a simple situation in living. He's lying on a bed. He's, talking to his disciple. In fact, Prabhupada had all the big facilities all around the world. True? He's the Acharya of the movement. In fact, when Prabhupada used to come, a newspaper said, Swami comes waltzing in. The title is, Swami comes waltzing in, because Rolls Royce was used to bring Prabhupada to the temple from airport. So one reporter came and asked Srila Prabhupada, Swamiji, don't you feel odd sitting in a Rolls Royce? So Prabhupada said, I am representative of the Supreme Lord. If they bring a golden car also, it is not sufficient. But you should have that detachment. If you have attachment, Then you will become so proud, no? I was sitting in Rolls Royce, I was sitting in a golden car. You cannot say like that for our condition. For a Mukta Purusha, he can speak like that. He says, it is a blessing I use this car. But that can be spoken by a pure representative. Okay? So people used to find enviousness because, in fact, there is one reporter comes to meet Srila Prabhupada, is sitting in the ground. And then Prabhupada mentions, he says that, why you have such a big asana? Prabhupada said, I know you are envious, therefore I am sitting on the floor. So people can't handle this. The facilities, people cannot understand how they are just for used to Krishna consciousness, but truthfully, honestly, we should be detached from that. Okay? Yukta, we are using for Krishna's pleasure, but first thing, we should avoid any luxuries. The karmis, Prabhupada says, for the devotees, because we are living in a society of karmis, he said, do not imitate the karmis. Karmis are always trying to have more and more comforts for sense enjoyment. True? Living among karmis, the devotee also get pressure for that. Yeah, ordinarily everything. So if for service to Krishna, if it is a utility and it's a luxury, we should be able to discriminate. Is it utility or it's a luxury? Because then I have wasted money and time, because money takes time, money doesn't come free. You have to work to get money. So then you have to work extra to get a luxury which was actually not needed. Hare Krishna, everybody, some thoughts on this?
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
pranam.
Dandavat pranam. Thank
Hare
you.
Happy
Prabhuji,
Dasara,
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare
Rama,
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 Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama,
Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
You
Hare
can
Hare
all
Rama,
see
Hare.
there
Hare
is
Krishna.
Hare Hare.
special alankara today.
Yes,
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 we
Prabhuji.
can
Prabhuji.
see, we can
Yes,
see.
What did you
Prabhuji.
see?
Dhanush
Very
and
nice.
Bag,
Ram ji
bow and
bane hain.
arrow.
Beautiful,
Are
nice,
there at the
Prabhuji.
count?
Beautiful Alankara.
Special Alankara
Both an
today.
aarti we saw.
Yeah, special crown. And did you see the bow?
Krishna
Special
has a
crown,
bow.
Did you
Bow
see the
and arrow.
arrows?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Prabhuji. Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Ah,
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is
Shri
a
Ram.
Siddhi of gold.
Sri Krishna is
can
smiling.
show there
Yes.
also.
And Shri Ram
Hare
Azaz Dasra,
Krishna,
na?
Hare
Sri Ram is
Krishna,
smiling.
Hari
Krishna
bol, Hari bol,
Okay,
Hari
Prabhuji,
we'll
bol,
show
Hari
you
Hari
bol.
bol,
something
Prabhuji.
else
Hare
which you cannot
Rama,
see.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah, see something else here now. Yes. You can see this?
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
Prabhuji. Ram,
Ah,
Ram Sita,
Hare Krishna,
Ram Darbar.
Hari Bol.
Hari bol.
Ram Sita, Ram
Ram
Darbar.
Darbar, Ram
Ram
Darbar.
Darbar.
Yes.
Super.
Hari
Lakshman
Hari
ji,
bol,
Hari
Hari bol,
Bol.
Hari
Hare
bol.
Bol.
Hare
Krishna,
bol.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Ah,
Happy Dashara to all the
Happy
devotees of
Dashara to
Prabhu.
all.
Hare.
Happy
Happy
Dasara.
Dasara.
Happy Dasara.
So evening we
Shri
have
Rama
a
Rama Rama
big
Rame
program,
Rame
boat
Manore.
festival also.
Hare.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat
Hare
pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat pranam.